And what stands out a lot is watching and hearing about people making poor decisions, and you continue to see that spiral downward. One of the things my wife and I enjoy doing is watching many crime dramas, right? To be fair, the majority of them are not based in the United States, right? They're not based in this country. They're not based on our legal system. So I like to keep track of where we are when I'm watching. I try to figure out the differences in the choices, the reactions of not only law enforcement, but also the perpetrators and all the other people that are involved. And what stands out a lot is watching and hearing about people making poor decisions, and you continue to see that spiral downward. Of course, those are only pointed out in that backward view, right? As when the police are looking into your history, and that's when you see the display of choices that you've been made in the past, which are now evident as to why we're now here in the story in the present. And as this whole part that we get to, we're rolling into the last chapters in the scroll of First Samuel, where we will eventually get to the end and the demise of Saul. Oh, spoiler alert, if you didn't know, Saul doesn't make it past the end of the first scroll of First Samuel. However, I've heard other stories that have nothing to do with the biblical narrative, but they rather focus on how many times someone can say something, promise something, claim they'll change, say they'll be different, act differently. And then when we get further along in the story, you're really not surprised that really doesn't play out. And if we're seeing what we've seen so far with Saul, then we don't have much hope for Saul's part in changing character, specifically in making different choices. However, as we've already begun to address, we will continue to see the smaller displays of the character regarding David, right? This future King David. Inside of that, what I really enjoy is that David, he's not pressing who he is yet, who he will be. He's very much aware in the moment of what his expected behavior probably should be.